Come, Nerevar, come. Wait, you want me to come this time?
Hey, this is Kintyra. The Nerevarine asked me to do this.
Did he now? Is this how he honors the sixth house and the tribe unmourned? Has some pixie-cut mongrel dog of the Empire do his bidding? What a grand and intoxicating innocence.
Right outside Whiterun is Elysium Estate. Though, I don't think I'm a great judge of houses, since the only house I've ever actually lived in was the Imperial Palace in Cyrodiil.
Even better. Then you're not doing a good job of anything. Also, what is this? Doesn't look like an estate to me. It just looks like Uncle Sweetshare used up all his skooma money to upgrade his dinky little shack into a house of primitive Nord-Enois architecture. Not very impressed by the exterior, but maybe the interior is better.
Don't really know where you're supposed to get the key. I'll just break in.
Why did Nerevar Reborn even hire you? You can't locate a simple key. A simple key. What a fool you are.
As you can see, a neat little kitchen area, which auto-magically prepares food and clears the table for you.
If it prepares food for you with the use of magic, why would you need a whole kitchen area, you fool? Just have one cupboard and summon meals there. You could have used that space to put a shrine of me, a god. How can you not worship a god? However, I will give you that it eliminates the possibility of finding cat hair in food prepared by farm tools.
Quaint little bedroom off the kitchen. For your servants, I guess.
What a grand and intoxicating innocence. For my servants? As if I would let those farm tools sleep inside my house with my presence? In fact, whoever designed this house to accommodate farm tools deserves to get corpus. Did you see that open shed outside that was exposed to the elements? Now those accommodations honor the sixth house and the tribe unmourned for farm tools. Their fur and their scales are enough protection. I don't care if a giant snatches them away. I can always get a new one.
Ooh, a study. I'd spend a lot of time here. Cozy log cabin feel.
First of all, this study looks less like a study and more like a setup made by General Tullius in order to woo Legate Ricca after the end of the Civil War with his subpar intelligence and mongrel dog politics. As if that was not enough, why is there a map of Skyrim in the study? Yes, I understand that Elysium Estate is in Skyrim, but in the grand scheme of things, why not a map of all of Tamriel with Morrowind depicted as a crown jewel? This is too Nord-centric for my taste. Also, since when do we throw around random books, ingredients, and scrolls and call it a study? Don't stay there too long, though, mongrel dog of the Empire. You might get cabin fever instead.
And these papers make the couriers work for you. I guess this is where the meals in the kitchen come from.
Wait, I was misled. I thought the meals were summoned or something with the use of magic. In any case, if you can just use Enwa Hub to get your food delivered to you, you do not need that kind of fancy kitchen. Take a look at that fireplace. It does look cozy, but in the grand scheme of things, do you think it will withstand the elements outside? The snowstorms in Skyrim are even worse than the ash storms I unleashed from Red Mountain upon the people of Morrowind. Oh, and while stone is a viable alternative, these Nord-Enois still insist on building wooden houses that are being heated by fire.
You've got weapon racks here, and displays in the basement for literally anything you could want.
Ah, yes, weapon racks, other kinds of racks and displays, truly a marvel of Nordic architecture. I am only kidding, Nerevar. Even your most generic player home has those features. I was told Elysium Estate is supposed to be fancy, but it just looks like a skooma money laundering scheme that is not even trying to pretend to be a museum. What would I even put there? I don't use any weapons, only my hands and magic. I am a god after all.
And a nice bath, to wash the dirt and blood of the road off you and relax.
What kind of bath is this? You say it's nice, but it only has one chair. I mean, if I sit there, I would look like a god, while water purifies my ancient skin from ash. In the grand scheme of things, compared to everything else in this forsaken estate, this marvelous marble bath does pique my interest. What do you say, mongrel dog Enois? Why don't we take a break in the bath, and I can fill your tiny Enois brain with my glorious sermons? It is not too late for my mercy.
But, I'm 14, so now's not the time.
You what?
You fool! Do you realize what you have just done, Nerevar? Oh, no, 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 he's coming.
Our investigation leads us to the quaint mansion outside of Whiterun called the Elysium Estate. I am your host, Chris Hansen, with Dateline NPC, and today we have once again caught the Charmat in... Oh, I have just received word from the Nerevarine that this is indeed just a house tour. We are going to focus our investigation back on Lemkill.
Nerevar thought this ahead, didn't he?
Back section has a great collection of crafting tables. I'm not much into crafting. Is a staff enchanter rare?
You miserable mongrel dog brat. You are just going to carry on like that did not even happen. Also, yes, staff enchanters are probably rare in Skyrim. I am surprised to see that these Nord-Enwas can use any kind of magic this competently that there is a staff enchanter. Also, is that a statue of a false god I see there? Either way, if you are not a battle mage, the combination of weapon racks and a staff enchanter might not suit your class. It certainly doesn't suit the class god. And being in the god class, I really do not need these pointless trinkets scattered around the estate. Once again, I reiterate that the whole design is a skooma money laundering scheme.
And then the basement.
Ah, yes, the basement. If an estate, especially in Skyrim, has a basement, that is usually not a good sign. At least the Dunmer don't hide the fact that they are burying their ancestors in their basements. Nords and other Skyrim residents, on the other hand, use their basements for all kinds of nefarious activity. I mean, seriously, Nerevar, every time you go into a basement in Skyrim, there's either a secret room there, the Dark Brotherhood hideout, Delphine's secret room, vampires, and other things that don't honor the Sixth House and the Tribe Unmourned. I miss the days when you went into a basement and found Sixth House shrines.
Like I said, all sorts of displays if you're into collecting every random item in Skyrim. A place for all the dragon masks and claws. I only have one dragon mask and I intend to wear it a long time.
First of all, your fashion sense does not make a lick of sense, mongrel dog. You are wearing the dragon mask as an accessory, rather than an actual mask. You see, I, the Charmat, am a prime example of how one should wear their mask. Second of all, why would you use your house as a museum? You have the legend of the Dragonborn for that, where you can store everything in a well-organized museum. And finally, most importantly, what good are the dragon claws and the dragon masks, other than looking fancy? Sure, you get some reward out of them, but in the grand scheme of things, they are worthless. Just generally, everything related to dragons is extremely generic and boring.
But if you want cozy, this is a great place. Bye.
Farewell, you lispy mongrel dog of the Empire. Also, it might look cozy in some parts, but cozy does not mean that it is practical. Also, that couch may seem cozy, but the makeshift waterfall behind you is sure to splash it occasionally, making it wet and impossible to sit on. More than half of the house is covered in displays and weapon racks. The other third of the house is occupied by a kitchen and an enchanter. And what remains for you to enjoy is the bath, the study, and the fireplace. Oh, and how can I forget that there is a special room for farm tools which should not exist at all? Overall, my verdict is that this house does not honor the Sixth House and the Tribe Unmourned. But you can honor the Sixth House and the Tribe Unmourned by raising your thumbs, subscribing to my sermons, and writing on the parchment down below if you would like to see another house review. Thank you to Enraged Bard for organizing this house tour, even though that mongrel dog almost got me in trouble. I'd like to thank my patrons and channel members, the Real Chads, Connor Runda, Tonya Davis, Unoriginal Username, Janelle Rambo, Silky Johnson, and Vadim C.